Survivor Fantasy
Survivor
Draft.
specialists are back. Phil is now mid-tweeting. But we're Survivor specialists. Phil and Noel are back.
Wow,
Phil, you missed your cue.
You butchered it. I didn't know that you clicked it. I was in the middle of tweeting, and you forgot to say our names. You said Survivor Specialist, but you forgot it's Phil and Will.
Well, you're like,
That's
start.
the
And I was like, all right.
Yeah, but then I said, hang on, let me tweet one sec. All right, well.
But I already hit the button. I mean, and then I didn't want to talk, and then again, these openings get worse and worse the more we do them.
Worse and worse, or more fun and more fun? I feel like they get more and more fun.
I don't know. I'm not having fun yet, but I'm about to, because we are going to draft our fantasy teams for this season, Millennials versus Gen X. Somehow, some way, we aren't giving out a buff for this one. Just we're playing. But that doesn't mean there aren't any buffs to be had. Of course, we are giving away 2 buffs for the prop bet game and 1 buff for the bootless game. Links to those are in the description if you want to check out those games and play along with us. Fantasy draft is just Phil and myself. Last year, I had probably one of the worst fantasy teams you could have.
Oh, what a screech. Jesus, that was annoying. Oh.
Sorry. I mean, there's noises. What can you do? Yeah, it was brutal. But I have been doing a lot of fantasy football drafts lately, so I'm kind of in draft mode with my drafts, I think. So you better watch out.
Well, what we're going to address here is we're not throwing Jeff Probst in this season. We're having 20 people. There's still going to be a Phantom Tribe. Me and Will are each going to get 7. And because Will was so bad last year, we're actually going to level the playing field by only giving the Phantom Tribe 6 people. So hopefully Will can pull off the victory over the Phantom Tribe and regain some, gusto. Because, last year was just sad. I mean, he lost by, 30 points to the Phantom Tribe. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, I mean, the Phantom Tribe had Aubrey, and that was pretty much what did me in. It was just Aubrey pretty much racking up points the entire season. She probably outscored my entire team of 6 last year.
It was close. I mean, she destroyed you. It was a joke.
But I think overall, though, who won the overall fantasy challenge last year? Was it you? Because I was.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay, but the season before, Second Chance, I won.
And the season before, I won. So it's 2-1 me.
Right.
For those keeping track at home.
But that's as close as it could be. It's not like it could. It's not like it could be tied after.
You should lose your win after last season though. You lost to the Phantom Tribe.
Well, yeah. Anyway, this year if the Phantom Tribe beats one of us and they only have 6 players and we have 7, that would be pretty funny.
That'd be
funnier than me losing in co-run. But yeah, Phil, can you give me a recap of these rules? I totally forget them.
All right, here's what we had last year. Yeah, so that we could start this only, whatever. Winner, 5 points. Immunity challenge, 3 points. Reward challenge, 1 point. Survive an episode, 1 point. MVP, 3 points. LVP, -2. Successful idol play, 5. Waste an idol, -3. Find an idol, 2. Final vote, 2. That's for each vote. Medevac, 3. Quit, -5. Merge, 2. Pre-merge boot, -2, which was pretty much Will's whole team. First boot, 5 points. Tribe immunity, 2 points. Tribe reward, 1 point. I like it all. I don't know where you're thinking. The only one we should probably change, I think, is probably Medevac. We did 5 points for Medevac last year because we knew there were going to be 3.
Well, everyone who's left on day 2 is apparently getting Medevac somewhere.
What is going to happen with this? For anybody who hasn't seen it, if you don't want spoilers, shut your ears off. You get 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You get 7
I already ruined it. I don't know why you're counting.
Well, because if you don't want to know, but there actually was such bad weather that they had to move every one of the survivors off the island for a brief period of time. Where are they going? How long do you think they're going there for? And how much do you think this actually affects the game and kind of the integrity of being together? Where are these, how are they going to split them up? How is nobody going to interfere? Where are they going to, is this going to turn into Big Brother? What is going to happen on day 2 when this happens?
Well, first I want to say, I just found out it was day 2 for me right before starting this, but man, this would have been really cool to not talk about and not have EW and Jeff Probst going everywhere and telling everyone about the surprise. This is one of those things where Jeff can say, first time in Survivor history. It would be fun to watch this premiere and have, whoa, that was insane. I did not see that coming, where I can be blindsided. And I know a lot of most fans who watch Survivor aren't going to, know this going in. But for us, I would have liked to be shocked by this. So I'm a little bummed that, it is a spoiler. It's a full-on, look, this is going to happen. But I guess they're just trying to get press out there, get people hyped up for the season, which I'm for that. But I wish I didn't know about it.
It's one of those things. My jaw dropped when I read it because I truly was shocked that something like that would happen. I originally thought it was for season 34. I didn't realize it was for season 33. I thought that this was season 34 was not going to happen or something. Like they were actually going to have to move them and start over or something. Like I didn't know what was going to happen. But with this, I agree with you. I wish we didn't know. It is for the premiere. It is going to happen in the premiere, so I guess I'm okay with it because they're going to hype up this premiere as much as they can to try to get as many viewers as they can. And if you know anything about Survivor, even if you only watched it early on or if you just watch it sporadically, you hear that they actually get pulled off. You might tune in if you're not really a diehard fan. Anybody who's listening to us, I pretty much assume that either you saw that article or you really are happy to hear this news because, you're listening.
You would have heard it anyway.
Yeah, you listen to us. You're obviously involved enough in the Survivor world to know what's going on.
Yeah. In terms of integrity of the game or anything, I don't really worry about that. This is what's going to happen. They're going to move them somewhere. It's going to be not that dramatic. It's like, whoa, everyone's going to act confused. Going to have some confessionals for some funny people, some bigger characters down the line. The weather will kind of go down. The cyclone will go away. I believe that's what it was. And they return to their tribes. It's all wet. And Jeff Probst goes, "You're back here. I'm giving you no help." And it's like now some added, pressure that, wow, their camp just went through a cyclone, even though their camp probably isn't even built up yet because it's on day 2. It will be completely overblown. But, it could be cool. But that's how it'll go, I think. I just think we'll get some funny confessionals out of it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it'll be just good to see the divide between the tribes and how each one handles it. I feel like that's what we're going to get the most of. But anyway, what do you want to do with the medevac thing just so we can actually get this fantasy game going? And what do you think? Medevac. We had it at 3 points. Do you want to keep it at 3? I don't know if anybody gets medevac this season.
1. Don't
-1.
Don't get medevaced.
Okay.
I'm not going to base any of my picks off that rule. So I'm actually not really basing my picks off any rule except you get points for surviving episodes, you get points for challenges, making merge. All those are just based if you survive, then essentially. Yeah. So that's how I always base it. Except for last year, I went a little crazy because I thought season would be more crazy. But let's get into it. Who gets first pick here?
We rock it out, man. Obviously, that's what we always do. With the glitchy internet, we rock it out and we see who wins.
All right, I'm gonna pretend my internet's really bad and then wait to see what you throw, and then I'll throw mine out.
Your internet is really bad. You don't really have to pretend on that. But so what do? You do the rock, paper, scissors, and you shoot, right?
I go, rock, paper, scissors, boom. So that's what we'll do. Okay, ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
We both threw paper.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, you win. That was the battle for Adam Klein, right?
I don't know if it necessarily is. I haven't really put much thought. It's actually, we do these other podcasts with prop bets and boot lists. I have to really think about it and have something prepared. This is kind of I'm winging it because it's based on really what Phil does. So first, though, I will take Mari. I still don't know how to say her name.
Scum.
But she.
Oh.
That offended me, Phil. You don't call me scum. Wait, why am I scum? Is that who you were going to take?
Isn't she number 2 in my boot list thing?
I don't know. I've been a fan of Mari, pretty much all preseason now. I really think she's going to go far. I don't think she's going to win because I think she'll be too big of a threat, but I think she's going to groove in really nicely on that Millennials tribe. She's the oldest millennial, but that doesn't mean she's the most out of reach. She's a video gamer, a YouTuber. And if anyone needs a leadership, if you need a leader in Survivor, which often you don't, but if a tribe needs it, it's going to be the millennial tribe that needs a leader. And if she can kind of be that cool motherly figure that's one of the kids
that's
and
31.
fits in, yeah, then I can see her being that person. And she seems like she gets it. This is a game and she's a gamer. So I want a gamer on my squad.
Yeah, man. I had Mari at number 2 in my bootless game. So that kind of breaks my little heart there. You had all men in your final 5, so I figured you'd go man first. Figured almost guaranteed you go Adam Klein. Poor guy.
Well,
Couldn't even be first pick.
I put him as my winner pick for my boot list. I mean, I already tossed him a pretty nice bone there.
I'm gonna give Will. I'm gonna give you a second chance to pick Adam Klein again. I'm gonna go Chris. He was my winner pick in the other thing, and I think Chris is my winner pick overall. I think officially Chris is my winner pick. So I'm going Chris.
I'm waiting for Jeff's cast assessment before I make my winner pick. Is that out yet? Yeah, that's usually
been out.
Oh, it has?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been out since day 1.
No, it has not been out. No. Jeff does his cast assessment like a week or 2 before the premiere.
I don't know, man. I think it's out. It's always out early.
Okay, well, I'll have to check that out. It wasn't out. Anyway, Chris, interesting.
What's up? I lost you for a sec. What's up?
Explain your pick of Chris if you want to. This is a podcast where we're supposed to talk about.
Oh, I just couldn't hear you. I don't know. I felt like Chris is going to come across as maybe a little too bossy, maybe not. Like, I don't know. He's grown on me. Like him and like 2 or 3 other people on this cast. Like I wasn't huge on them at first. I'm like, they might almost be a little too intense for the game, or they might be a little too out there for the game. But like, Chris is one of those people. He seemed intense, but I think he's just really level-headed. And like being really level-headed in this game is good. Like I think that he can come out there and he's not gonna he's gonna be able to see like, oh, that guy's annoying. Let's just get rid of him. And I don't feel like he's gonna be overly like confrontational, even though I do think that he'll be confrontational when he has to be. I don't know. I like Chris. I think Chris could be really good on this season. I hope he pulls it off. Maybe I mean I have no clue. I don't know. I'm not confident in this season. I haven't done as much research as the previous ones.
Yeah, I mean, research doesn't really take that much. It's just you like reading interviews that are
like it comes down to like you didn't even know Jeff Probst's cast assessment was out. Like normally we know that's.
I don't think you said it was out day 1, and I know that's not true. So I mean, it might not be out. I don't think we jumped. I don't know if it is.
Somebody find that.
See, my problem is I go on like Survivor subreddit, and it's just all Survivor Australia. So I don't. It's like I stopped going there. It's just it was like I'm not watching Survivor Australia, which I might watch at some point. Not trying to rip on Survivor Australia. I've heard it's great, but it's the preseason of Millennials vs Gen X, and it was just everything's Australia. So I just was like, all right, I haven't been on the subreddit in a while. And that's usually where I get most of my news. So maybe it is out.
I'm trying to look on CBS right now. I'm pretty sure it's out, dude.
So are we doing a snake draft?
No,
is it your turn in fantasy?
We always talk about doing the snake draft, but the snake draft's no fun because then one of us just talks too much. And, I don't mind. I have the second pick. You can keep going. It doesn't bother me.
All right. Well, if you're going to let Adam Klein slip all the way to number 3, then how can I?
Hey, Adam, you even got the crappy internet for that.
1 or 2. You got to him up.
Adam even got the really bad internet, the most authentic thing you can get from Phil and Will. His pick was during horrible internet. Adam Klein.
There you go. That's right. I have him as my winner of my bootless challenge, but like I said, I don't. He could be my full-on winner pick. I have CC in the prop bet, but I need to really stick to one. It might be someone new. It might be one of those 2. I still got to kind of hone it in. I could not hone it in at all last season. I was bouncing around everywhere and landed on Anna, which did not work out.
Good pick.
But yeah, right. But yeah, Adam Klein. Well, you gotta have Adam Klein on your squad. I mean, my squad right now is Mari and Adam Klein. I really like my team.
Yeah, I kind of like your team. I kind of wish I had it. Instead, I'm gonna go the Will route from last season because it worked so well for him there. Going with a hot girl. And I'm going Figgy because Figgy just keeps growing on me every single time. Every time I come back to the Survivor page and refresh it, I'm like, man, I want Figgy on my team. Figgy's great. I hope if Figgy's gonna be awful. Figgy's gonna end up getting like 18th place. But my God, I'm really hoping Figgy pulls this off. Picking her for the same reasons Will picked Anna and Liz last year. Go Figgy.
I did not pick those. Like one was a blackjack player and one was a poker player. I love cards. Anna was libertarian, which is kind of interesting. Liz got perfect SAT scores, which is they're both they were both smart, attractive women. So it wasn't just because their looks.
Figgy's a 23-year-old bartender. You know who was a bartender and was kind of 23 but actually 24?
Michelle.
Michelle.
I don't think history repeats itself that quickly.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right. Well, you're just leaving I'm getting my top 3 picks right now, which is insane.
Good. I'm getting mine. Adam, you weren't in mine.
Yeah, how rude. I'm going to take Brett here. Wow. Brett did very well in my fan fiction, my boot list. You guys can check that out in the description. We really had some interesting seasons go on, and you can obviously participate there and win a buff yourself. But yeah, Brett, he seems like he's got his head in the game, and this is why I picked my previous 2 picks, with Mari being a gamer and then Adam. He, played online Survivor. He's a super fan. Like, he loves the game. I think you get people that really like the game. They're not going to go out super early, or they'll at least maybe make the merge, and they have chances to win because they are planning for the long run. They're planning to win at the end. And Brett seems like he's just a straight up gamer. And he's a police sergeant. Yeah, Tony have tremendous success. He could be kind of a reincarnation of Tony before Tony reincarnates himself in season 34. I think he'll get along really well with Chris, and that's an alliance. You really like Chris. I really like Brett. I mean, I think we both like both of them. If they bro down, I think they could really do some damage.
Brett was my initial, like in the cast assessment, I think I said I liked Brett the most. I thought Brett was going to be my winner pick, and then I ended up just going Chris instead, it seems like. These would have been my first 5 picks every time. I'm not even kidding. Like, that would have been my squad if I could have picked the squad. Those 5 plus the next man I'm going to say, which is Zeke. I'm going Zeke at 6. I love Zeke. No way he doesn't last, like, at least somewhat long. I feel like Zeke's making it pretty far into this game. And he's going to be vocal, which could get some MVP votes just because people are like, hey, even though he didn't do that much, he talked a lot. Let's give him MVP, and I love that. I love when I win MVP for something Will doesn't think I deserved it for, and I think Zeke is my man this season.
Wow. See, I really don't take MVP into account, but I mean that's the only way you get points on me is when you like throw out these BS MVPs and somehow they get enough votes because like 5 people vote and your pick wins like 3-2. That's how you win fantasy feeling well.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, hopefully we're up to what, 865 subscribers. Could we get a few more votes for MVP, LVP?
Yeah, it would be nice if we had like maybe 10 double-digit votes on MVP. We're removing LVP, although I don't know. LVP is usually very tough because we have the rule. It's not the person who got voted off, but so often it's like, all right, well, there's only one person who really had a bad episode, and it is the person that got booted. Like the person who was playing badly the whole time you thought ends up making like an insane move to save themselves or to get a majority. It's like, well, you can't really give them LVP because they just saved their asses and are now in a good spot. So, but
LVP, I kind of agree with you, but LVP does this thing with us where like we never agree on it, and I feel like it's something fun for people to vote on because there really never is a right answer for it, and I think that just makes it so much fun. I really do.
It is fun when we argue. I enjoy winning arguments against you. So we can keep LVP in there.
Yeah, let's keep LVP. Let's just keep it the way it is. Let's keep it the way it is.
All right.
What's your 4th round pick? We're getting to it. I mean, we got more than half our team after this pick. So who you going?
Yeah, I mean, this is always a quick podcast. I know we have some comments, some tweets.
We have a lot of comments.
Oh, we already have a lot?
Yeah, people are going crazy on Twitter. I think Larry Miller might have broken our Twitter account.
Oh, no. All right, well, we'll have to get to those. This, like I said, this usually goes pretty quickly. I'm going Cece here. Cece, like I said, was my winner in the prop bet game. I really liked her coming out of the cast assessment. She gives me good vibes. I'm not a fan of that many Gen Xers, as you probably know if you watched my bootless entry. I do like Brett, I like Chris, and I like Cece. Those are kind of my 3 Gen Xers that I do like. And the other 2 are gone. But yeah, Cece. If you want to know more in depth about these players and you're just seeing this, definitely check out our cast assessment for season 33. That's probably somewhere in the sidebar. Not sure. I'll probably toss a link in the description for that if you want us to get more in depth on our first reactions. But I really do like Cece. I think she's going to last a while in this game.
Yeah, I was big on Cece in the cast assessment. It's just like kind of like I forgot. She's like one of those who's kind of just fallen to the background for me. I still like her. But
Yeah,
like,
she's also fallen to pick number 7. I mean,
pick number 7. I know, and you know what? I think also I told you those 6 before it. That's who I would have picked as my squad. So like, not really too hurt that CC went at 7 because I wouldn't have taken her any earlier. In fact, I probably wasn't going to take her next, although I don't know who I'm going to take next. So we can like interrupt this program to bring me thinking. I think I'm going to go Jay. I think I'm the only one in the world right now who actually likes Jay. Like, I think everybody.
A lot of people are high on Jay.
Are they? I feel like everybody's high on Taylor and hates Jay.
I don't know. I saw this big post on Reddit, like with all this. It was this whole post about why he thinks, or whoever wrote it, why they think Jay is going to be the winner and like all this stuff.
Was that for Survivor Australia?
It might be. Maybe I was reading Survivor Australia and there's a Jay, mate.
Yeah. That was good. That was a good accent. All right, you could host a Survivor Australia. You got a hell of an accent there, Will.
All right.
All right, you got to lose it now, though. Let's move on.
Can't do more than one word at a time.
No, that's fine. But yeah, I like Jay. I think I'm like the only one. But so far, my entire team, other than Chris, is just what do you call it? Millennials. And I'm thinking I'm going to probably keep rolling with Millennials. If you want a hint. And I'll give you another hint. I'm not going to take Michelle. Spoilers. So if you want Michelle, you can take her at your 7.
But it's my pick right now, right? Or do you want to do a
no?
back-to-back?
It's you.
Because
no, I'm just.
Are you sure you don't want a quick back-to-back just because I got to go first?
Nah, I like this. I'm getting everybody I want anyway. The only one I didn't get Adam or Marie, but I got like 4 other people I wanted. And you taking CC and Brett's fine.
All right. Well, I'm going to go Michaela because I was a big fan of hers as well.
I was going to go Michaela. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I just offered you the pick, too. I gave you an opportunity to, stand up for yourself and be like, well, the snake draft keeps screwing me because he gets to go first every single round.
I'll just use it as an excuse in case I lose. I like this.
No, you can't because I offered it.
Yeah, but I can.
That's why I wanted to be nice, and then you would turn it down out of pride, and then you can't use that as an excuse anymore. I was next level. Sorry. No excuses are now available to you. Michaela is someone I really liked. I have her going pretty early in my boot list because there's a chance she doesn't fit in with the Millennials, but there's a chance she does. I mean, she just doesn't scream Millennial when you have all these kind of free spirits. And she's like, yeah, I work really hard, and I know hard work is how you get everywhere. And then you have Millennials like, do what you want, like go living on a mountain, go live in a tree, go live on the beach or something, hang out with Vince, be a life coach, something like that. If she gets to a tribe swap and maybe makes some relationships with Gen X or has, her past relationships with Millennials, I think she is in a really good spot to go far in this game. She could even win. I really could see her as a winner. It's just kind of there's a really low floor for her, but a really high ceiling. Like I could see her going very early. I could see her winning. So someone nice to take as my like 5th pick. Kind of, this is when you start kind of experimenting a little bit, especially when you play fantasy football. Maybe take a sleeper in your 5th pick. So definitely using my fantasy skills there.
Do you always do one-on-one fantasy football too? It's like it's the 5th pick, but it's your.
Never done that.
Never
done that before.
You're gonna have to work on that one. I love Michaela. I was about to take Michaela. I really was. Now it's gonna take me days to figure out who I'm actually gonna take next. I'm not in love with anybody that we really have left here. I think pretty much the rest of this cast, like they could be fine, but like I'm not big on any of them. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take Jessica Lewis.
I was going to take her.
She favorited our tweet. So thank you, Jessica, for favoriting our tweet. That probably got you picked a little bit earlier than I was going to.
I was going to take her just for that. I think she follows us on Twitter and favorited something. So, yeah, you got one over on me there.
Yeah, so you take Michaela, I'll take Jessica. Hopefully it works out for me. I like Jessica from the cast assessment. I said I like Jessica. I just don't know how she's gonna fall. I really think the Gen X tribe's in trouble, and she could be strong, but she could also be weak and end up in a really bad spot. It's gonna be a tricky season for the Gen Xers, I feel like. So I only have 2 of them on my team so far out of the 5. I'm really gonna try not to take. I'm trying not to take 4 Gen Xers because I don't really like their position, but I like Jessica enough. Hopefully she can pull it off so she can keep favoriting our tweets while she's in the game. That would be cool.
That'd be very cool. That's a good pick. That's who I was going to go with next. Instead, I will go with Taylor, the snowboarding ski instructor. He's a ski instructor, but he's an avid snowboarder, which is pretty crazy. He's just I don't know. I feel like they built him up a lot just in promos so far, and then in the promo at the end of last season. He seems like he's going to be a big character, and he's clearly someone who can win challenges. He's clearly on the tribe that I think's better and is going to win rewards and immunities early in this game, which we do award points for. So even if he is kind of like goes out like 10th, maybe 9th, 8th, something like middle, I think he'll just be accumulating a lot of points up until he gets voted out.
No, I see that. I could see that. Taylor's a good pick, especially all the way down at number 6. I might have taken him with my last pick or this next pick because I'm really like Jessica Lewis was a little bit of a reach. I really don't know who I'm going to take next. I think Taylor could be okay. He just came across as a little more toolish than Jay to me. But like I said, I'm in the minority on that. I really am. I'm realizing I'm in the minority on that. Let's see. Who do I want? So I got Hannah. I got Michelle, Will, David Wright, Ken, Lucy, Rachel, and Sunday, and Paul. Oh, my God. So I have to take 2 of these people.
That's really difficult.
Oh, my goodness.
Do you want to take 2 of them now, and then I'll go with the last pick?
I want the last pick. It means so much to me. I seriously am fine with what I have so far. You really only cut me off like with Marie. I could have taken Adam and taken him from you, but I knew you were going to take him. So you really only cut me once, and maybe Michaela.
Yeah, no, I really, really think I have a really, really great team here. I think my team is much better than yours.
I think we're going to beat the Phantom Tribe this time.
That was, I don't know. Koron was a crazy season. What can I say? It was a mess.
I'm going to go oh, my God. Jesus, this is awful.
Oh. Wow, way to just no,
it's not even that. It's just like
bus. Like you guys. Wow, I have no one to choose from. You have like 8 people.
No, they could all win. It's just like one of those. Like I could easily see every one of them not getting the first boot and get me the 5 points, but being booted second. Like for different reasons too. So like it's not like I mean, come on, you're gonna go out there. Only one person's gonna win. Everybody else is gonna be a loser at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go. Oh my God,
you're really having a tough time.
I'm having a tough time.
This makes me feel good about my team because I already know there's like multiple people I could go with my last pick here.
Really? Oh, geez. Multiple, huh? Multiple. You going to take Michelle? Don't take Michelle. Let Michelle.
Well.
If you take Michelle. I'm going to go
Jeez, Phil.
Dude, this is bad. Well, we had to drag out the podcast a little bit. This is where we have the commercial come in.
Oh, this is boring. If I were watching this,
I'm falling asleep.
I would turn it off right now.
I'm going David. Awful pick. I'm going David because he's a writer. He writes for Family Guy. He lives in Sherman Oaks. I might live in Sherman Oaks very shortly. Maybe David will want to be my friend because I picked him on my fantasy team. Honestly,
that's a good pick, I guess, if you want to be nice to David.
Yeah, I mean, I think David, like I said, David could be the first boot. I think really I know who I probably should have taken, but David could be a fun guy to have too. Because even if he goes out early, he could be like a Varner where he's at least entertaining and he's nervous and he's a mess. So I'll take David.
Yeah, entertaining doesn't get you points.
Yeah, but neither does whatever. I'm doing what you did last season. I'm just making a mess of it.
I don't know. Sounds like I'm just ousting you on every pick. It's not like you're doing this intentionally. Okay.
Who do you got? You didn't do it intentionally. You just had a terrible draft
last year.
I was awful.
I knew this season is going to be so backward. Pick an intentionally really bad team and then hope it works out. It didn't. So I'm between 2 people here. Go on between.
I'm going to say you're between Will Wall and Ken. Are you between Will and Ken?
1 for 2. I am between Will and Hannah. But because this is Phil and Will, and my name is Will, I'm going to go with Will.
I thought you were going to go with Hannah. I thought you were going to really pull one on us.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Will. I mean, his name's Will. What do you want me to do? He has a great voice. He's 18. He's going to come out and he's going to play hard. I think if there's if Hannah and Will both make the merge and go far, like who's more likely to rack up points for rewards and immunity? It's going to be Will. So that's kind of where he swung the vote and his name, obviously.
Dude, we have for Gen X now. That leaves there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 Gen Xers that weren't picked, and there was only Hannah and Michelle who weren't picked from the other tribe.
Well, you have one more pick.
I know. I'm just saying. Like that's how much we really favored the Millennials. Maybe that'll prove just how idiotic we are. But I mean,
we're a little biased here towards.
We really
towards
are.
Millennials.
I mean, I was actually thinking I would take Ken, but Ken all of a sudden, you said Vince earlier, and I was like, oh my God, Ken's going to be Vince. Like Ken might actually come out there and be Vince.
Yeah, he's gonna be a combination of Vince and Nick from last season.
Which isn't good. Except Nick was funny when he was, when he had his moments. This didn't get any easier, man.
Well, I think our live count of viewing is just plummeting. The more we watch, you just sit and think.
Diving off the cliff as I sit here and what is that called? I forget what the word is. Carpet bag. That's it. Carpet bagging. Is that it? Is that the word?
I was gonna say ponder.
You know what, dude? I'm going Hannah.
There you go.
My last 2 picks were David and Hannah, purely based on the fact that I want to work in the industry as what they're doing, not as what I'm doing. So yeah, that's purely based on why I made those picks. Hannah, don't be good. You seem like you could be cool. Win a challenge or something. Get me a point, or be the first boot and get me 5.
Yeah, it's weird that we have that in there. I know everyone else who really does Fantasy Survivor also gets like a first boot bonus, but I never draft with that intention. Like, oh, this person's gonna be the first boot. Let me get some points.
I mean, I honestly just thought of it right now, like after I'd picked her.
Right. It's kind of a consolation. Okay, cool. Well, those are our teams. You want to just give us a rundown of who we have, and then we'll go to comments.
I got Chris, Figgy, Zeke, Jay, Jessica Lewis, David, and Hannah. Will's got Marie, Adam, Brett, Cece, Michaela, Taylor, Will, and the Phantom Tribe.
That's a stacked team.
And the Phantom Tribe has Michelle, Paul, Rachel, Sunday, Ken, and Lucy. It's exactly what I expected the Phantom Tribe to be. Like, exactly. Like, yeah. I'm actually surprised Hannah and David both got picked, but I just knew neither of us were going to pick any of those other 6.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you got me beating this one this year, though. That's for sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
But knowing me, I'll probably, I'll literally have like the first 7 boots. Like any order I pick them.
You'll find a way. All right, man. Let's jump over to Twitter because we always start with Twitter because that's just where we start.
Twitter racks up. It's like YouTube only you can comment, boom, right when the video starts. Twitter kind of builds.
Yeah, no, it does. And like we keep getting a lot of comments from the same people, which is always good and bad. I think we answered that last week. And Curtis, who do you think will be this season's invisible edit? It's my new name for it since you guys hate the word purple. Yo, what do you think? Did we leave out the invisible edit? Is it Michelle? I think it's Michelle.
Let me just quick. I think it could be Ken, maybe. I really think Ken is. I think Ken's going to be kind of like Nick. He's just going to be invisible until like he's needed to get voted out. Maybe build him up a little bit earlier. I could see Lucy having an invisible edit. Same with Rachel. Everyone else, though, I don't see. There's no one here that screams invisible edit. I still think Michelle. I mean, I know you weren't her biggest fan, but I don't think she's going to be invisible. I think there are other people. I think the other people I listed have a better chance of being completely invisible.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, I mean that's not something we've discussed really.
No, I just I'm gonna keep throwing Michelle under the bus until I'm gonna end up being wrong on it. And I'm gonna be so happy. Let's get back to back. Michelle wins, but for now I'm just gonna keep throwing her under. Let's see. Giovanni Oriana, do you think the weather evacuation will get in the way of strategy in some way? I mean, it's only day 2, so probably not that bad, but I am curious to see how this is going to work out.
I mean, are people thinking, because you mentioned this, are people thinking that they're going to have to put all 20 survivors in one location? Like, I don't understand where they would need to do that. They have production camps. They have Ponderosa. They have, like, you know, an actual country and people living there with hotel. I mean, like, if they really, really needed to get, like, super far away from where they're shooting, there's tons of places to go. And you keep them split up. They're still a tribe, and you just keep them split up. I don't think there's going to be cross-tribe mingling. Maybe if it's like, I mean, it's day 2, so it's not like the immunity challenge had already been lost. Potentially someone like saves someone from a cyclone and they build a bond and they flip on their alliance. I don't know. Like, it's all so early. I don't think it's going to have that big of an effect on the game.
That's a good. If it happened on like day 20, that's different. But like this early, nobody's being like that cutthroat yet. You haven't even really had a chance yet.
Right.
Giovanni Oriana, who will make the first alliance, the Millennials or the Gen X tribe? I think you pointed out, or somebody pointed out, maybe it was head of house, that Zeke's already like made an alliance. Like just by looking at people, he was like, these are going to be my 6. We outnumber everybody else. So I think Millennials.
Well, there's your answer right there. I mean, we don't even have to speculate on that.
Yeah. Giovanni Oriana, who will get the Dodo edit, also known as the Peter or Drew Christie edit this season?
Maybe Paul.
That one I could see Ken.
I could see Ken for that. It's usually guys who get this edit. They usually don't Dodo girls.
Could be Taylor.
Definitely could be Taylor. Could be Jay. Whoever's like, it could be, I don't know, it won't be Zeke. Adam, it's not going to be Adam. I don't know. It's also like not every season is there a Dodo. Like Korong, who was the Dodo? Maybe Ty was by the end of that season. Like he was just. But Mark the Chicken really took over.
Yeah. Will and the all-important and Curtis. Will, are you still watching my intros? And Phil, how come you don't seem interested in them? I don't know. I don't really watch the intros even for the – like I'm like one of the people who doesn't get that excited when we even get the intro. Like when CBS puts the intro online, like I know so many Survivor fans like this is awesome. And I'm just kind of like, it was cool in like the first couple seasons.
Yeah, intros, I'll watch an intro. Especially with the most recent seasons, I'll watch like the intro maybe once or twice. Like when it comes out, but they never air it before the episode. You know, they don't air the full intro because they want to save time. But am I continuing to watch the videos? I do see the videos come up on my suggested videos sometimes, and I'll watch sometimes. So yeah, I mean, I would say I'm like the biggest introologist fan, but time to time they will come up on my suggested videos, and I'll click on them.
There you go. That's a view. Hey, that's good. Giovanni Oriana, what's the worst weather conditions in Survivor? I think Africa, All-Stars, Panama, Samoa, and Korong. What do you think? I think it's about to be – like I think if they actually have to leave the island, that automatically makes this the worst, but I think Samoa is probably the worst.
But if they don't have to survive through it, then it's not like the worst because it's so bad it's good almost. Like it
was the worst weather conditions. It wasn't like the worst weather conditions for like the players. I mean, that's the worst weather conditions if you actually have to be evacuated from it. But like Samoa was the worst to like live through.
I'm thinking more for players. I think it's got to be Panama on Exile Island when it was. Oh man, I forget who. It was a girl and a guy. Who was it? That. You know what I'm talking about. Exile Island?
Dude, I haven't watched Panama in so long. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, I think it was Danielle and some other guy from Panama. And it was miserable. Like that looked honestly like the most miserable thing to go through that the show's ever shown.
Yeah. I mean, Africa was really bad too because it never rained and they had no water. I remember that. So that's another one. I mean, yeah, those are probably like the worst
and
ones.
You gotta think, is it like consistent like environment or the worst one case storm?
Like Samoa, it rained like for 20 days.
Yeah. But the rain, it seems like it rains in almost every season of Survivor.
Yeah, but Samoa was different. I just remember Mick standing by the tree shaking and it was hysterical while Russell was just in the water like they're idiots. Anyway, Larry Miller with the best question of the night. Do you think Figgy likes figgy pudding? I don't know, but thanks for asking. Giovanni Oriana, do you guys watch Family Guy? Also, did you know that David from this season wrote for that series? That's the reason I picked him. So yeah, I knew.
I like Family Guy. It's not a show that I've watched every single episode and like a diehard fan. Eventually, I might go back and like rewatch them in order because I do that with shows. I am that way with South Park, but not with Family Guy. I do like it though.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's a great thing when it's on. You're like, okay, I won't turn it off. Like I'm gonna watch it. But I agree. I don't go out of my way. Larry Miller, will this new Brett be the Brett that doesn't suck? I'm referring to the Brett in Samoa. As long as he talks. I mean, that Brett didn't suck. That Brett didn't talk.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
Well, he might have. Maybe he did talk, and then the editors were like, "No, this is Russell's season."
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like everybody on that season loved Brett, but Russell. It was Russell's show. Larry Miller, will Will go far? Will he go out early like Willard and Palau, or will he go to the end like Will too? And he just wanted to throw Will in there as many times as he could. What do you think?
Will go farther than
Willard, or will he go to the end like Will too?
I don't know. I think he probably is somewhere in the middle. Like, I don't think he's going to go to the finals, but I think he'll last a decent amount.
Yeah. Larry Miller, Jay is my winner pick. That's good to know. So somebody believes in me. Let's see. Jimmy O'Connor, the Jeff Probst Castaway assessment came out today. Gamer Girl also just said that on the YouTube video. Yeah.
You told me it was day one, and then
it is today's day one.
No, you said it had been out for a while, and I haven't been on top of it. Look at that. It comes out the day that we podcast.
And you forgot to watch it beforehand, though.
I mean, I was busy. I had a very, very busy day.
Yo, another shout-out real quick. T-Bird has favorited 3 of our tweets today, like the T-Bird. So maybe T-Bird's like making a comeback on the show. Maybe she'll be in like season 35. And she follows us, too.
I mean, Survivor Africa, I think that must have been the hardest conditions now that I really think about it.
I mean, they didn't have water.
That's right.
And she didn't complain once. Lex was the one who was pooping his brains out, you know? Mm-hmm. God. All right, man, let's go down to let's get to the comments on YouTube. First and most importantly, I did mention the Gamer Girl. She said they just released Jeff Probst cast assessment. If it's not anywhere by tomorrow, I'll help you find, or I'll post it here. Does this mean they're going to release the intro soon that she can add it to her collection and play with it? Maybe.
Ooh, that's when I'm getting.
That's when I'll watch that one.
Yeah.
But of course, the most important comment of the night: Gus Schultz, cool dress shirt. Will. Yeah, sick shirt, bro.
I like it. It's a nice shirt.
Right.
Thank you.
Henry Alford, do you all watch any homemade Survivors? I just finished watching a season with Maryland students, and it was really exciting. You know, I haven't watched any. But I used to like partake in my own, not like that we filmed it and shit, but like we used to play like games and like actually turn it into like Survivor. And it was fun.
Yeah, Survivor is fun. It's all like I've had Survivor birthday parties, I think.
Yeah.
You just vote people out, and it's really fun voting people out.
That's the best part.
It really is. It's thrilling too. Like, you don't know what the votes are going to happen. I mean, we enjoy watching it on TV. Imagine playing it. I mean, it honestly would be a blast.
It'd be so great, dude. Yeah, man. Maybe that's what we have to do. Maybe we have to somehow make a Survivor game. We can be Jeff Probst, both of us.
No, I want to play. I don't want to host. I want to play.
Well, I mean, if I'm the host, then I'd just make everybody turn against you. I'd rig it. I'd do the season 1. You're my Stacey Stillman.
That's what happened. That's actually what happened to me in one season of Online Survivor. The host like hated me because I kept saying like, "Wow, this challenge could have been done a lot better." Other players were like not a big fan of this host, and people kept complaining about the host. But I think I was like the most kind of, I wasn't mean about it. I was like, hey, like, can we next time maybe try this? And the host just wasn't having it. And then I found out later that in like the online Ponderosa, the host was just ripping into me like, yeah, like whatever my username was, like he's annoying everybody and everyone hates him. But I ended up winning. So and the host ended up, I think, like just quitting. But yeah, that's a good Online Survivor story.
That's fantastic. Look at you. You have achieved Online Survivor internet fame, and now we all know who the mysterious whatever your username was.
Well, I didn't say my username.
That's why I said whatever your username was.
Yeah. Well, Adam Klein used to play Online Survivor, so we have that in common.
There you go. And you're both from that Bay Area. But he's been on the real show, and you've been sitting here.
Well, I'm gonna, gotta get to that level
one day. Scuba Steve, parentheses, mbrownie83. Marie, good pick. She's a famous YouTuber, actually. Yeah, there's a lot of famous people on this season that aren't really that famous. Like, there's like a lot of like mildly famous people who have like internet fame, or like even like somebody like David. He's got like a niche who like will know who he is, but like writers aren't really famous, But like people will know who he is.
It's like if either of us get on the show, like famous Survivor podcasters, it's like, well, no, I don't think so.
To be fair, I think Marie has about like 100,000 to 1 million more viewers than us, or subscribers than us. But
no, she's killing it. She's actually she is kind of famous.
Yeah, she is. She's internet famous, which is all anybody really wants to be anymore. Giovanni Oriana, is Marie the closest to a celebrity on this season? And then Wences Acosta says David as a TV writer and Hannah pushing it as a comedian. Hannah's definitely not famous yet. Not yet. Because she only does UCB.
It's easily Marie is the most famous. Like,
you think so?
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube
that's
people
true.
they get more money than like real celebrities. I'm not even kidding. Like, they get tons of money. They get tons of outreach because they're all over like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Like, they're not just on YouTube. They're just an online presence, and people. I don't know.
Hey, we've made dozens of dollars.
Yeah, that's true. And we usually use that to pay for the buffs. We might try to get this on iTunes. I forgot to even talk about Phil, but I want to get this thing on iTunes for this season. That costs money. I might
be moving, and if I move, we might have to podcast in the same room because I might not be able to podcast where I move to because I'm moving into a cave.
Wow, that's not good. I'm also going to dip out of the country for like a week in the season. So I'll only miss one episode, I think.
Wow. When's this so that everybody can prepare?
It is the first week of October.
Oh my God, that's like episode 3. I'll bring in a backup. It'll be Phil and somebody better than Will. In parentheses, somebody better than.
Yeah, I mean, or you could do it on your own, or maybe I can do it from. I'm going to be in Africa actually, so maybe I can do it from Africa.
Yeah, it depends what part. I mean, to be honest, if you're on a safari or something, you should probably stop the safari, watch 45 minutes of Survivor podcast, and then go back to the safari. Like, the animals will all pause for you.
Yeah, I actually think of going near where they shot Survivor.
Oh, yeah?
Africa.
That's dope.
So, yeah.
That's dope.
Have to check it out.
Now everybody can be heartbroken now. I'll try to find a backup, or Will can just podcast from Africa with one of those like little hat things on.
Mm-hmm. That would be fun if I could actually make it happen. Like, just find like a half hour with internet and like get it done, even if it's quick.
That would be dope. We'll see. We'll figure it out when the time comes. Wences Acosta, Will, what makes Cece so special? She seems too trusting and feels like someone is going to backstab her.
Yeah, I thought that too during the first part of her video. But then she said she was like in insurance and like deals with fraud and lies and reading people all day, and seemed to have a really kind of extra sense that the winner really needs to have. And it's kind of an intangible, which means I can't point to it and say anything directly, but just her speaking about her career and her life, it really kind of flipped a switch. Like, wow, I think she's got some really good qualities that are needed to win this game.
Yeah, dude. I mean, a lot of the people who win this game are people you don't expect to win the game.
Michelle is somebody who you wouldn't ever say Michelle has a 0 chance to win. Because she's not loud, she's not obnoxious, she's not extremely weak physically. Like, she doesn't have those things that are going to be like, okay, you're a pre-merge boot.
Yeah.
But she does have she just got along with everyone. Like, no one did not like Michelle. She had a run-in with nobody, even when she was not in the majority or in the Power Alliance. Like, people liked her and they kept her around, and that's such like a unique skill to have. And she ends up winning the game. So yeah, Cece, I think, could not necessarily have those same kind of intangibles as Michelle, but she has, I think, just that extra special quality. Hard to pinpoint.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That's a good way to describe it. Isaac Samayo, this is great. Loving the podcast. Thanks, man. Giovanni Oriana, I think Brett will be too big of a physical threat. The guy is huge, while Chris could be like a Tom Westling. But Chris is bigger than Brett.
Yeah, I think Chris. Everyone in their bios says they think that Chris is a football player. Like, he's probably played in the NFL, and we know our athletes usually do on this show. So I think Chris is actually the more threatening player.
Yeah, I agree. I think Brett's like the Bubba, and Chris is like the Chris. Does that make sense? Vanuatu fans? Anybody? Somebody?
Yeah, no, I hear it. I need to rewatch Vanuatu. You make so many Vanuatu references. It's like,
Love Vanuatu. Seriously, like top 5 for me. Let's see. Wences Acosta, I'm high on Jay. The problem is first impressions, and Taylor seems like he's for the game while Justin is there for vacation, a.k.a. the Brian from Thailand strategy. Wait. Like Brian Heidick?
business trip, Brian.
Business trip, not vacation.
Yeah, I think that's what that's where they kind of.
Okay. Yeah, it was a business trip. WD, Phil's got it this year. Sunday should have been picked. She was built up a lot of previews like Taylor and Michaela was. Could be the old woman that always gets the final 3 and gets 0 votes.
That's very possible.
Very possible. Very possible she's the dawn of this season.
The only reason I kind of fear for her is that she's such a Gen Xer that maybe that's why she's getting hyped up. Like she can be a face of like she's the Gen X woman. Like she's like really religious. She works hard and all those things. So
yeah,
I kind of see that she could be, she go out pre-merge.
You know what, too? I mean, a lot of times they hype people. You got to remember who was one of the most hyped people from Survivor South Pacific was Whitney Duncan. And how visible was Whitney Duncan on that season? I don't even remember what place she got. I know she hit the merge, but like Whitney Duncan did nothing.
I think I know why she was hyped.
Because she's really hot.
But you're a smart guy, Phil.
But then again, what you just said with the whole Gen Xer thing, like that's definitely why they could be hyping Sunday. They don't need to hype somebody really hot this season. They need to hype people who fit the theme. And it could just be like, I think you might have hit it right on the head, that she is just so Gen X that she has to be on there.
That's my feeling right now.
Yeah. I like that. That's one of the smartest things you've ever said. God, why is all this happening now? All right. Isaac Samayo. I like Jay as well. And then Giovanni Oriana. It was Austin and Danielle from Panama. Austin was great. I forgot it was Austin.
Yes, it was Austin and Danielle.
Yeah. Austin was a lot of fun on that season. Felt bad for him when he went home. He was like one of the people I liked from that season. He like never came back.
Right. Well, it looks like Phil has now exited the podcast. I don't know what happened. It's usually my internet that is so bad that I sometimes have to reconnect. But Phil just went away without warning. He was coming through fine. But have no fear.
I hit the wrong button.
Oh, you're back.
I hit the wrong button. I went to hit refresh on the YouTube page, and I hit refresh on this one. And as soon as I did it, I was like, oh, man.
We made a lot of fun of you.
Dude, I was gone for like 15 seconds. You can fit in a lot of zingers at me in 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah. And we did.
Oh, yeah. That's what I like to hear. Hang on. We might have a couple more. That's it.
I bet we don't.
Costa admits he made a bad reference during a live podcast. Always got to admit, or always got to point out self-deprecation.
Was he the vacation guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Get on up there. And then just one more thing. Phil, you said that like you think you're the only one who likes Jay, and I mean clearly it's not true, and I never think it was true. I think I don't know who doesn't like Jay.
It was just on our earlier podcast. Like a lot of the comments were like that people like felt Taylor was going to be way better than Jay, and that I was overhyping Jay. I'm pretty sure there's comments in there. Maybe I'm making it up. I just have no self-esteem.
Yeah, you're not the highest in that area.
Maybe that's what it is. I really do. I thought that they were.
You look so different. You look so different without your banner at the bottom.
I know. I feel like I look so much better. I might get rid of the banner.
You look naked, honestly.
I feel naked.
All right. Well, Matt, we do we do have no more comments to read. As always, comment on the video and you can talk amongst yourselves. Keep it civil. Phil, I think how far away are we from the season? We're like 2 weeks? 2 weeks. Okay, so we'll do one more podcast. I don't know what it's going to be. This is our last fantasy game.
We're going to do season power rankings or something. I don't even know. We always never know what to do the week before.
Yeah, I think last time we did like a twist list. We talked about the Survivor twist and it had nothing to do with the season.
That got like 17 views.
Yeah, like no one watched it. So maybe we won't go down that path of going away from the season a week before it starts. That might not be the best idea.
Yeah. So We could come up with something.
Okay.
We could finally get Will's winner pick. You know?
Yeah, that's
That would
actually
be
a good
nice.
idea. That'd be. I'm gonna watch Jeff's cast assessment.
Hey.
And yeah, if you have any ideas for what you would like us to podcast about, hopefully on this season,
Keep it topical on the season.
Yeah, keep it topical because people, I guess, for some reason, they want to watch, something about the season that starts in a week. I don't know. People are weird. People are crazy.
So strange. Also, if you haven't joined our bootless game, join it. Tell everybody you know to join it. Post it everywhere. Tell everybody.
And the prop bet game, yeah.
Same thing. If you haven't joined them, join them. Tell everybody you know, even if they don't watch Survivor. I mean, they can win a buff and rub it in your face because you do watch Survivor.
Well, now you're giving them no incentive to tell their friends because they're going to get their faces all rubbed.
Well, but that's part of the fun of winning and losing.
Right, it is. Okay, yeah. So tell everyone you know. If you haven't done it yet, it's literally free. You just got to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a like if you would. That's always helps us. I don't know. It works with the algorithm, I think, to give us more views. So that's cool. Phil, you got anything else?
No. Give us good ideas for next week.